Hey, I'm Chris Frazier from the Free Methodist Church in Southern California, and this series is all about how to use online video to create connection and build community for your church, group, or nonprofit. Let's get started. So, you're ready to take the next step with publishing your content online. That's fantastic, but before you get started, let's ask some really important questions first. One thing we need to talk about is music. We're going to stay focused on the spoken word, so preaching, teaching, instruction, that kind of thing. We aren't going to get into music for one very important reason: licensing. Assuming you're doing it right, your church has a license from CCLI to perform copyrighted songs during your worship service, and it probably includes the rights to live streaming as well. However, that license does not give you the right to publish that music indefinitely. And what we're talking about here is making your content available anytime, anywhere for the biggest audience possible. That means we need to keep our music out of the equation for the moment. With that in mind, does it make more sense to pre-record your message, or should you live stream? There are important pros and cons for both, so let's run through those real quick. What we're talking about here is recording a sermon or message offline first, then posting it online at a specific time and date so it matches with your existing services or release schedule. With this approach, you're really able to tighten up your delivery, control your pacing, and improve the production value of what you're publishing. Add to that the fact that you record an entire message series in a day and then you publish over the span of a couple months. Pre-recording seems like a no-brainer. That said, sometimes a pre-recorded message can feel a little disconnected from the moment. You don't have an audience to give you feedback. You might miss out on stories from the last week. And by that I mean actual stories, not the ones we say just happened yesterday. And let's face it, when you have some extra time to work on your production, that's when things have a habit of getting away from you. What should take a couple of hours on a Tuesday ends up taking a week and a half because you're trying to get that perfect YouTube quick cut look. So maybe we should just live stream. I mean, it can be as simple as grabbing your phone, opening up YouTube, and hitting go live. And if you've already got a media tech team recording audio and video, why not use their gifts and talents? There's something special about watching something happening right now that makes live streaming worth doing. And live video on YouTube gets some really cool features like real-time chat that gets saved for later in your archived video and that displays as your video is played. Think about it. You could drop Bible passages directly into the chat as the speaker is reading it on screen. You could add all kinds of additional context in real time with quick blurbs about what's being said. The interactive side of live streaming is really very cool and worth investing in. Of course, live video is objectively harder to clean up after the fact. You get all the Bible page flipping and the microphone malfunctions, the ums, the ahs, all of that stuff. Also, going live requires more effort in the moment and a team of people to pull off really well. For example, you have the speaker, the camera person, the person monitoring the live chat. The list just grows from there. If you need to keep it simple, recording is probably the way to go. But maybe there's a happy medium. What if we took the advantages of pre-recording, like the ability to edit and tighten up our production, and merged it with the advantages of live streaming, like real-time chat and online interaction, and then we Frankensteined it to get something really awesome? That's where a tool like Open Broadcasting Software, or OBS, comes in. We'll talk more about that later, but for the time being, just keep in mind that you can always mix and match. The next videos in this series are about recording, first for beginners and then for advanced setups. Even if you're specifically thinking about going with live streaming, I recommend you watch at least the beginner video for some tips that will help with live streaming too. And if you've already gone through this whole process, leave a comment below. I'd love to see how you came to your decision about live or pre-recorded and what considerations helped you make your choice. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get updates on these videos. And if you want to find out more about the Free Methodist Church, visit us online at fmcsc.org.